Guys, welcome to another update. It is week 19 of 52 in our quest to $57.5 thousand of new monthly recurring revenue. And I'm going to be honest, we have skipped a few weeks traveling, this, that, and the rest. Honestly, it's just been me not prioritizing it. So we're back. We'll try to give you an update on the past few weeks with an emphasis on what we've been doing this past week, which I think we've seen a lot of movement. So Francesca is on the call with me simply because she does everything with the agency. I've started to get a little bit more involved with some of the ad stuff. Yeah, so let's just get into it. We don't have any script. We just want to give you guys a raw, real, transparent update on things that have been happening. And for those that don't know what we're doing, we are in a quest this year. We have our old book of business that we've been running. We've got those clients that we don't have to talk to that are just paying us, whether it's 500 a month, whether it's 1500 a month. I think our highest client pays us, is it 3,000 a month?
3,000.
We have one client that's paying us 3,000 a month. These are like our steady Eddie clients that have been with us forever. And we don't really have to do a lot of maintenance other than try to upsell them onto, another deal, etc. So this year we're like, hey, I want to get back more into the business so I can get my hands dirty, get, back in the weeds, and let's see if we can build a brand new business from scratch to 57.5K. Admittedly, we were off to a really slow start. We didn't start this until like February 1st. And I mean, it's been a slow start, to be very honest, but I'm really excited about where we're at right now. So, I don't even know where we're at the last update, but let's talk about some of the stuff that we've been up to, okay? And let's try to keep some of it a little bit vague in case we haven't released it yet. So, I'll start with this. We are in the process of refining our ad strategy right now. So we're testing a lot of different, things with ads. We've hired, in fact, this is the second time we've hired somebody on Google Ads to come in, audit what we're doing, give us pointers, run campaigns to see if there's anything we can improve. The first time we did that, we hired somebody. I don't know about you, Francesca, but I didn't see much of an increase. It seemed like it was about sixes, and we're gonna have to change the way we did ads. So we kept it, got another guy, and we're running ads with them, testing that. So if you're watching this and you're a student of mine or potentially a student, just know that we're constantly trying to, perfect our process and go in even on the nuanced stuff and make it better for everybody. So we've been working a lot on the ad stuff. What else, Francesca? What else have we been up to besides that?
Yeah, really figuring that out. The ads, you don't want me to go into specifics, right?
Not yet, because I want to release it with a bang. So no, 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 too, not this is stay away. This is know that we are refining in a big
Yeah,
way.
I'm just trying to think how I could say it. I got someone on the hook with that refined process that Nick is gonna disclose.
Tell them again. Remember, might be talking to somebody that doesn't know. What do you mean by on the hook?
Yes. So I mean, I gave him a couple of free jobs and I cold called some business owners that are local and just kind of found someone that would be interested in getting a couple of free jobs. And in return, all I ask is for them to hop on a call with me in a couple of days.
Absolutely. So, and by the way, on that specific deal, so we currently have somebody on the hook. When is that closing call scheduled for?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, what time?
I
10?
don't I don't want to jinx it if that's okay.
Oh, they do not do the jinx thing. Are you the person that doesn't like hold the salt if I hand it to you? What
Yeah,
time is that? 10?
maybe.
Okay. It's at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. I don't believe in that stuff. Francesca does. But she's from Italy, okay? Guys, here's what's funny is a couple like maybe a week ago, I was sitting here and I got this in the mail. This is called spam mail. By the way, funny enough, the person that owns this magazine saw my story on Instagram. I was like, "Hey, I'm glad that you're using our business to get your leads." And I was like, "Hey, it's a win-win for everybody. You're the one that's really..." Anyway, this type of stuff, do not throw this away. So I was showing people like this is a great way to come up with ideas for niches, right? And so in my video, I was going through and I was like, yeah, that looks like a good niche. One of these papers that I pulled out, it gave me an idea. Okay. I was like, I've never done that niche. Maybe I should do some research. So I was like, all right, I started doing a little bit of research. I called Francesca. hey, Francesca, can you build us a keyword list? She built a keyword list. I took the keyword list, went over to Rank and Rent Engine, did the due diligence. If you guys don't know what that is, tell them what the due diligence is for someone that doesn't know what I'm talking about.
We're trying to find a city, a niche, like a service.
Yep. We're trying to make sure that it's a good market. So we're looking to see if that particular niche in St. George would be a good use of time. It's low competition, whatever. We did it, looked good. So then I'm like, all right, let's set up some ads, get that going, see if it'll work. I've never done this niche in my entire life. Using our new refined strategy that we're testing, we set up some ads and within 24 hours got our first lead. So I set them up Friday. Before 24 hours up, got our first lead. Francesca got on the phone Monday, hooked somebody, sent over the lead, sent two more leads this week. So we've sent three leads. She scheduled a closing call, and we have three more leads that we just haven't gotten a hold of. And if we do get a hold of them, we're probably going to send one more and then keep the other two as kind of like bait. And this is really important, guys. If you schedule a meeting with like two or three leads and you still have a lead in your back pocket, don't just send it to them and like freaking, just waste it all. Use it in your back pocket. So let the business owner know, hey, by the way, looking forward to talking to you Tuesday at 10 o'clock. I have another hot, juicy lead that came in. It's a XYZ client. It's a full oak tree that they want to remove, or it's two palm trees. As soon as we start working together, I'm going to send this directly over, right? So now they already know the second they sign that contract, they're going to get some more leads, right? Instead of some of you guys like, oh, I'm just going to pipe them full of you already have given them enough to get on the phone with you. Go close the deal and then have something to like, hey, we just started the relationship. I'm going to start it off on a bank. So I still am going to keep the ads on because Francesca asked me today, hey, should we turn them off? I'm like, no, let's keep them on, close the guy. Plus, maybe we don't close the guy and we have to go to the next person. So, by the way, do we have a backup yet? Or is this our only guy right now? We're going to have to go to somebody else if we don't. By the way, secret niche, not saying a word until we close it. Then we're going to let everybody know.
Um,
Do we have a
I
backup?
did when I cold call, I have another one, but he didn't like I didn't send him anything, if that's what
Okay.
you mean. No.
If
So
this one doesn't work out, we have someone to call.
yes, but
Not as solid.
yeah.
Okay. So we have that deal going. Also, let's talk really quick about our current client that we're increasing and making money on. Finally, how many times have we talked about with this guy and he finally decided to do it?
Yeah, I didn't do that one though.
That's okay. I did it, which you just needed to hire me to come in and I'll get it done for you.
Yeah, there you go.
And so that let's talk about that one. Like we don't have to share specifics, but basically, I mean, tell them what we're going to be doing for that client.
You want me, can I share the service?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been doing work with him for over 5 years in concrete, residential mainly, which is what we would recommend people to go after residential, not so much commercial. Um, and yeah, we just added a couple services like decorative concrete, stamped concrete, stuff like that.
Yep.
And then, well, I did it, Nick. And yeah, you bumped him up. So we're gonna be able to charge him more. Obviously, we're gonna do some work on his site. We added a couple more locations that are kind of near the location that he's near. He's working in.
Yeah. So, guys, one of the easiest ways to make extra money, talk to your business owners, find out what they're interested in, where they want to grow. This guy keeps hitting us up for like the last 18 months. Hey, I want to get more leads here. And every time we've been hitting him with like, well, we have to build a separate site. We have to build a separate site. And I kind of finally realized like, we're never going to be able to get this guy on a new site because he doesn't want to pay double. And we're going to need to charge him double. But then I started doing the homework. I'm like, you know what? The these cities and niches, or sorry, these services and city combinations, they don't necessarily require a full website. There's not that much competition. This is an area that's not that competitive. So I started doing some homework and realized we could actually build individual pages and rank those individual pages in specific cities and specific services. And honestly, on this site that we're talking about, we already are getting decorative concrete leads, which is something that he wants, and we're not even really optimizing. We have a decorative concrete page. We don't have a single word of content on the page. Have you noticed that?
Mhm.
It's amazing. So anyway, we went in and I'm like, hey, I can bump you 125 bucks a week. And right now he's paying us 225 a week. So we bumped him to 350. ends up being an extra 500 bucks a month. Actually, we're going to charge them weekly, so it ends up being 550 bucks a week. Time that I've invested into that, probably 30 minutes of research and 10 minutes on the phone call, and then probably another 30 minutes of you following up with them, sending them the contract, whatever, maybe an hour. And we're bumping them up and we're going to really take care of them. So that's an easy way to bump it up, guys. But the biggest thing is I'm so excited right now about this refined ad strategy that we have, I think, tapped into, and we're still. I mean, it's an ever changing process. And those of you that are in my program are going to be like, when's it going to get released? Once I've tested it 5 times, 7 times, then I'm going to release it, and it works. And by the way, we've used it on existing campaigns that weren't producing, and it's producing. Now I'm like, let's use it on a new campaign, new niche, new city. It's working. So far, it's looking really, really good. We're just not perfect at it yet. So we're going to master it probably the rest of this month and then release it to those of you that are in my program beginning of June. By the end of June is what I would say. But I'm super excited. Francesca, I don't know about you, but I mean, we're literally turning on campaigns and getting leads in 24 hours, 48 hours, just like we used to, which is like got me really excited. Like almost like we can go into any niche, any city again, like it used to be back 5 years ago, 10 years or 6 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in 2020, that's how it was.
Yeah, 2020, it was like kick on an ad, boom, 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 lead comes in. I mean, and it slowly got harder until we had to switch to smart campaign or to search campaigns, whatever. But now I think we found an angle, and I think this is the key, and it's freaking exciting. So, those of you that are in my program, get excited. I'm going to be dropping something really, really quick. I'm not going to do it prematurely, but we're pumped about it. So, Francesca, we need you to lock this deal down. By the way, how much are we gonna pitch this deal for? Out of curiosity.
I
Don't
don't
tell the
know.
bitch. By the way, I'm down to share everything. However, I want to release this as like almost like a full video of like from start to finish. Thought of the idea from this. So I don't want to like give too many breadcrumbs yet. But how much are we gonna pitch this one at?
I don't know yet.
I think it has to be at least 1,200 to 1,500 based on my math.
There you go.
There we go. No pressure, Francesca. You want me to do it? You want me to do the deal so I can get the commission?
I mean, if that's
If
what
you
you
need me to
want,
step in, we got to split the commission, but I'm happy to step in. I'm pretty good at it.
you are.
You want me to step in?
I mean, I haven't had the call yet, so
Yeah, no, Francesca's good. I'm just giving her a hard time. She's closed every single one of our deals. Our last, what, 15 deals, 20 deals?
I mean, I don't know. Actually,
Without my help. Without my help. One
yeah.
more thing I want to give you an update on, and I haven't even really told Francesca, but I had somebody reach out to me that wants to get more work, more exposure for their business. And I could tell they didn't have a ton of money, brand new business kind of. And so I just was straightforward with them, like, hey, what are we working with budget wise? And the person's like, probably around like 1,000 to 1,500. And I was like, okay, is that one time or recurring? And they said, well, it depends on how much work. And based on the niche and based on the person, I think that the move is probably going to be building a website and doing ongoing SEO rather than leads. So I'm probably going to be pitching that one, possibly even just today. It's going to be pretty casual. They reached out to me, so I have a really good position, and probably going to pitch like a, I don't know, $1,000 website build and $500 a month SEO is probably what I'm going to do. Again, guys, I don't ever seek out SEO, but if somebody hits me up, I'm selling you something, whether it's a new website, whether it's lead generation, whether it's SEO, I can help you in some way. And that's what I'm always looking for that angle. So this is week 19. I don't even know what's our total MRR right now.
I don't know.
Okay, we got to calculate. We should have done that before, but Francesca jumped on. I just pushed record. We'll calculate it. Maybe we'll leave it in the description. We're way behind. We're way behind. And you're like, why do you have so much energy way behind? Because this new strategy is starting to pick up. In fact, let me see how many leads. I've been checking it. I've been checking it like the old days. Hold on. We have currently gotten 6 leads from this new secret niche, and that's at $90 a piece, but we're actually talking about leads. $15 per lead, not per click. And then on that same strategy, we have one of our current clients we're running the same strategy on, and we've gotten 12 leads at $90 and 38 cents, putting us at like $7.50 per lead. And the business owner is pretty stoked about that, right?
Yeah, so far.
Didn't he text you? He's like, "Where are you getting all these leads?" Because they like we just had like a nice little burst come in.
Yeah,
So
it's
anyway,
like more.
things looking up. Things are looking up. Anyway, guys, appreciate you being patient with us. We're going to be doing the weekly updates once again. Francesca, thanks for everything. I will send you a message on the stuff we're talking about before. See you guys next week.